I'm John Pynakker with the Mojave Valley Daily News, and this is Valley Voices. Today we're brought to you by Tri-State AC Hero. They'd like to thank their customers for naming them the best heating and air conditioning company in the Mojave Valley Daily News for the third year in a row. Congratulations to Tri-State AC Hero. I'm very excited. I don't know that I really need to introduce you. I think everybody in the community knows who you are and your organization or your group, but this is Grace Hecht. She's from Make Bullhead Better. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming. This
Weird being the interviewer.
Yeah, the tables are turned. So what I want to do is kind of introduce the community to you, the people that don't know you. We see your interviews, and they're very informational, and we appreciate all the stuff that you're doing. I think that the interviews you do with the mayor leading up to the city council meetings probably encourage a lot more people to get out there, which is what we need. So appreciate that. But let's start with your history. You're one of the rare born and raised Bullhead people.
I am, yeah. I was actually born in Needles because there was no hospital to deliver babies in Bullhead yet. So I was just born there and then obviously brought back here right away. So I was born and raised in Bullhead. I went to Desert Valley Elementary, graduated Mojave High School in 2000.
You don't have to tell what year. You don't have to say what year.
That's
you graduated.
okay. I'm proud of it.
Just makes me feel older when you say it.
So, I right after high school, I actually left. I was like, okay, I'm ready to leave Bullhead, and I left. I went to Austria, of all places. I lived there for a year, and after that, for the next 10 years, I would come back to Bullhead, and then I would go overseas. I worked a lot in different humanitarian aid organizations and traveled to like 34 different countries. It was a wonderful experience, but I always kept coming back to Bullhead. My mom lives here, and I worked at WestCare. I worked at all the schools as a substitute teacher. I ran the after school program for Milk. I worked for the city doing after school programs. There's just lots of like all over every different type of kind of helping people organizations I think I've been involved in. So that has been a wonderful experience. And then, coming back to Bullhead, met my husband here, and now we've been married for 6 years, and we have 2 little girls.
Brand new one.
And a 3-month-old little baby. So you guys are keeping me on my on my toes, trying to get it all done.
Well, you're super busy and trying to balance the things that you have going on. That's a credit to you. You talked about Humanitarian. It sounds like everything in your history is humanitarian related, and now you're a finalist for this Community Achievement Awards as Humanitarian of the Year. How does that hit you?
Good. I didn't know that I had been nominated, so when I got the nomination, I was very thankful, very humbled. I know that Maria Pynakker, John's wife, is also on that list, and Ms. Finkelstein. And there's another lady, I haven't met her yet in person, but all of these amazing women in this category. And I just love that Laughlin Chamber of Commerce is actually still doing that event. It's going to be a little different this year, but I'm very thankful. I think that the more people can get involved, the better. And so I'm just happy for that. If me getting involved can help other people get involved, then that goal has been accomplished. So.
And it's especially incredible or awesome, or maybe just a sign of the times, that all 4 of the finalists are women, and I think that bodes real well for our community and for the country. That's great. All right, Make Bullhead. Oh, and by the way, good luck. I hope you do very, very well, but not win. So Make Bullhead Better.
Yeah.
This is something you started a couple years ago.
Just 1 year ago.
Has it been only a year?
In September, I started it. I'm sure you're gonna ask me why I started it. So 3 years ago, on October 22nd, 3 years ago, my little boy Timothy passed away, and so during that time, like he'd stopped breathing, and we took him to Warm Sea, and they revived him, and then we flew to Sunrise. We were there for almost 4 months. I didn't leave the hospital for 3 months. I was with him every single day, day in and day out. And people from here, from Bullhead, started mailing us cards, just so much, I mean, hundreds of cards all over the wall, donations. My husband owns a business here, so he would be in the store and they would say, hey, you're Timothy's dad. He's also extremely tall, so it's hard to miss him. But I would do morning and evening like prayer updates on my Facebook, and lots of people, thousands of people started following those and praying for our little boy. He did ultimately end up passing, which was actually a huge blessing for his condition. And but the community and the love and the support from that is why I started Make Bullhead Better, because if our community can come around one family and make them feel that much love and that much everything, then we should be able to do that for our whole community, and we should be able to replicate that so that every new family that moves in here gets that sense of community, so that people will want to come here, people will want to stay here. When I went to my uncle, he was 90, he passed away last week, and I would ask my cousins, they would say, where do you live again? And I would say, Bullhead City. They'd be like, where is that? And then I would say, oh, it's across from Laughlin. Oh, okay. Like, we need to put Bullhead on the map for something. Let's make it that we are a really loving, caring community. So that's why I started Make Bullhead Better, and I'm very thankful for where it's kind of grown to. It's been a blessing.
Yeah, it's really taken off, and I think that you have a hard time finding something in the community that's positive without hearing Make Bullhead Better is attached to it. So thank you for that, and thank you for turning your negative into a positive. I mean, that's awesome. What is the best part about doing that? What do you really appreciate out of it? If it's your chance to kind of get community things out into the community, events that are going on, or I know it's not sitting down with the mayor, right? Please tell me that's not it.
I love my meetings with the mayor.
Oh.
It's great. I love it. I absolutely love my meetings with the mayor. They're great. As far as what's my favorite part about Make Bullhead Better, I think it's been being able to meet so many incredible people and realize that there are tons of activities, tons of people that are doing tons of stuff here. It's just that there wasn't really one umbrella to put it under, as far as like, well, if you move here, where do you go to get this, or who do you talk to about this? And so trying to make Bullhead Better, I didn't really know what it would be or what it would turn into, and it's still evolving. But yeah, just the other night, I was able to get together with like Lori Duggins, Jessica Terry, Deanna Acosta from the high school, people that plan events here in our town, and be like, hey, let's all get together and help each other plan more events so that the community can get more involved. Because when people come here, especially with young children, they'll say there's nothing to do. That is not true. There's a lot to do, especially in October and November, because our weather is great. But it's just, my favorite part has been connecting people with other people, so that more things can happen. And I see that because of that, more people have kind of picked up their game, I guess, as far as getting information out there in different modes. Like you guys do the videos, you have YouTube, just Gary Shapiro is going to start the Better Business channel, all of those different things to just inspire more people to do more. To be
involved, yeah. And that group, just a couple that you mentioned, I can tell you that's a good couple to work with. Jessica Terry is the new president of the Kiwanis Club, as she probably told you. And she's, when you get somebody like that that's young and motivated and ready to go, that just adds even more excitement to everybody else and brings in a lot more people. So we got a few more things to talk to you about. First, I've got to go back to our sponsor here real quick. Tri-State AC Hero has recently been named the best heating and air conditioning company by the readers of the Mojave Valley Daily News for the third straight year. With 24/7 emergency service offered, the family-owned business is here to help. Tri-State AC Hero strives to make sure that customers are always given options when it comes to replacing or repairing a unit. They're not looking to make a fast dollar, but instead provide trustworthy service and build local customer relationships, whether it's a residential, commercial, or refrigeration job. Right now you can get $500 off a new install. They also have a $78 diagnostic fee, which will be waived if you choose to have the repairs done at the time of service during normal business hours. And remember, they always give a 10% discount to military, first responders, teachers, and senior citizens. So for repairs, new installations, or periodic preventative maintenance, call 928-444-4395 and give Tri-State AC Hero a try and see why they were named the best heating and air conditioning company for the third time in a row. I was talking to the owners the other day, and he started 3 years ago as one person, and was hoping to make ends meet, and now he's up to 20 installers, and he's crossed $1 million in sales this year. So congratulations, Rusty. All right, let's go through a couple of the things that you're involved with.
Okay.
I know it's a long list, so we'll try. You got a baby that you got to get. How old is she? 3
months.
3 months. Oh man. back into the heat of raising a baby, huh? You started masks for Bullhead. That was a very successful thing. You had volunteers and would pick up the packets from you, and I think Gary Shapiro was part of that. And
a huge help was Lori Crampton. She was a great help. So we started the masks for Bullhead when there was a mask shortage. It wasn't necessarily for lay people. It was for the health workers that were just not having masks. Like the clinic in Laughlin, they didn't have any masks. Just there was a huge shortage, as everybody knows. So we just got together with people. I made a little demo video about how easy it is to sew a mask, and then people said they wanted to start helping. So some people said, "Oh, I can't sew," so we gave them material to cut. Well, I can't cut. Okay, here's some pipe cleaners to fold, and then we had people sewing. Lori Crampton was literally the motor behind all of that, and then Gary Shapiro, and also right next to
Ken.
Yes, Ken and Karen Perillo, right next door. People would go there because it was a nice central location. They could pick up their masks and give a donation if they wanted to. If it was for healthcare workers, they were all free. So people would donate so that we could buy more material to make more masks to give to the healthcare people, and it was all just amazing, to see how our community got together. I think looking back, obviously 2020 has sucked, but in the future we'll see so many good things that came out of it as far as community involvement.
Yeah, you filled a void, and kind of carried them through the PPE shortage. Now things are a lot different, but who knows where we'd be if we weren't able to do that, then. So thank you for that. You have 2 events this month. You want to talk about those?
Yes. So I want to, first of all, say thank you to the City of Bullhead City. They have an amazing app. If you haven't downloaded it, it's called Bullhead City Direct. Just go to your app store, download that app. You can put all the events that you have, if you're Kiwanis, if you're Rotary, whatever, put your events in there. We're really trying to direct people to one location, to have a community calendar. I think that the Mojave Valley Daily News has one as well, but if we could just have one location where everybody could go find events, that would be super helpful. So the 2 events that make Bullhead better is kind of hosting are, it's called the Colorado River Mermaid Tails, and basically last year we got together with 2 mermaids photography, and we had 10 little girls that had their little mermaid tails, and they just sat on the beach on the Colorado River by Community Park, and she took a drone shot, she took some other shots. It's just kind of, once again, to put Bullhead on the map for something unique that we have. We have this beautiful Colorado River, and it's just a fun way. All girls love little mermaids, and they love dressing up. So that is happening on the 14th at 5:30 is when the group picture will be, but if you want individual pictures through the professional photographer, you can contact her and get that set up. But the group photo is free, and it's just a way to bring awareness to our community and to do something fun for the girls.
You need to go get your Mermaid Tail right now, right?
Yeah, so you can order your Mermaid Tail on Amazon. They're like $19, and it comes with the whole bathing suit, so it's not just the tail.
I already have mine. You have one, right, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, we're set. We'll be there.
Awesome.
And then at the end of the month, you got another event.
At the end of the month, we are doing a family fall fest, which I know there's a lot of people, getting on the bandwagon as far as events because our weather is so nice. So there's lots of trunk or treats, things like that. So this is going to be by the fire pit at the end of Rotary Park. There's bathrooms there. It's kind of like at the end of the soccer field. You go in Bella's Way, and everything will be able to be social distance because there's going to be a pumpkin carving contest. The kids will come with their pumpkins already carved. They can, we'll have like a cupcake walk that they'll just go around the little, which they're already used to, right? They're little social distancing circles, and we're going to have, what's the other thing? Oh, a family costume contest. So if your whole family dresses up, we'll have a contest for that. We'll have s'mores. The fire department will be there. Mile markers, first things first. The lady I just interviewed today with the Arizona Small Business. Lots of different resources that'll be there, but also fun things to do as well. So there'll be games and stuff like that. So it's just a fun activity that people can come and get involved with. And we'll also have a professional photographer to get any fall photos. We'll have Lottie Dawes is creating a beautiful background. I know that sounds like a lot. What I've really been trying to do is make community over competition. So if I can bring a whole bunch of different community businesses and members together to highlight what they do best, it doesn't have to be something that Make Bullhead Better is doing. Make Bullhead Better is really just a concept. So getting everybody together and helping them help one another is what that event and the whole preface of Make Bullhead Better is about.
You know what, and that's refreshing because these days everything has to be some sort of argument, or it needs to be, you're left and I'm right, and that kind of thing. So it's refreshing to, can we just put all that aside and let's just enjoy our community and have fun. So that is refreshing. A couple other things to mention. You're involved in Women Helping Women. You also do a podcast.
Yeah, so I have a Make Bullhead Better podcast, which hasn't had that much traffic recently because I haven't done it. But there was a doctor, Dr. Mirza. He was in New York helping during the heat of COVID. There was also another nurse, Alana. She was there, so I got to call them while they were there and talk to them about that. That was amazing. There's another season, I guess you'd say, of podcasts where I'm going to be contacting people that grew up here in Bullhead and they graduated from Mojave or River Valley or locally, and they've gone out from Bullhead and they've really made it. And so I'm going to be contacting them. I have a couple people on the schedule and call them, say, how was it growing up and how did you go out from here and what did you do with your life, and just kind of bring that all back, that hometown pride for people that have gone out and been super successful. So that'll be nice on the podcast.
Yeah, I saw that you reached out to JD Gish.
Yes.
Did you hear back from him?
Yeah, he's going to be
on your
it.
schedule. Mm-hmm. Good. That'll be fun to hear for sure. All right, the last thing we want to talk about is Revive.
Yeah.
You've been heavily involved in this from the beginning. That's the well, why don't you tell us about it?
Okay, so Revive is something that I kind of just stumbled upon. I was at a city council meeting and I met Kristen Ott, who is the owner of Revive. She's also the owner of Legacy, the Lingenfelter Center, and the Gardens in Kingman. And I just met her. I said, oh, hey, that sounds like a cool idea. This was at the very, very beginning stages of this. And so I got her information to interview her about it. There was lots of tumultuous everything surrounding this. It was going to be 120 bed drug, alcohol, and behavioral health rehabilitation center. But through all that tumultuous conversation, it's now a 90-bed, same thing, a drug, alcohol, and behavioral health. But it's something that growing up here, I know we need. We have a drug problem, we have an alcohol problem, especially after COVID. I talked to a friend that works in the ER, and she said we're seeing suicide attempts, we're seeing liver, what is that, when their liver gets, I can't remember the name. When you drink too much.
Liver disease?
Oh, cirrhosis?
Yes, cirrhosis of the liver, just a lot of things where mental and behavioral health, all of those things are a struggle right now, and so this couldn't come at a better time. So I'm very thankful for them. They have a huge heart for our community and are looking to make our community better by helping people not only get out of that cycle of drug addiction, but have a plan going forward to become more productive, active members of our society.
And I know that you've been very involved with that from the beginning, kind of a liaison here in Bullhead City to the people that need to be involved to help get this going. I know that it's been tumultuous, it's been controversial, but it is something that, as citizens, it's something that we should be doing to help our other citizens. So as a veteran, I know that the veterans disproportionately are affected by this, both the alcohol and drugs and the suicidal tendencies. So, I really appreciate what you've done for that. They have an open house today. This airs on Friday, so it'll be today at 2:00, from 2:00 till 4:00. It's at 2150 Silver Creek. That's the old
River Gardens.
River Gardens Center. So if you get a chance, go out and check it out. Well, that's it. Anything we didn't cover? I know you got a 3-month-old you got to go run to take care of. So thank you, Grace.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming
Thank
out.
you,
I appreciate
Jeff.
it.
I love all of Jeff's updates, and I love that the newspaper is getting involved in so many different platforms.
Well, that's the idea, and Jeff is our social media guy, so we're trying to, we have somebody we can lean on to get information. Again, thank you to our sponsor, Tri-State AC Hero. Call them today at 928-444-4395. Find out why they were voted Best Heating and Air Conditioning Company by the readers of the Mojave Valley Daily News for the 3rd time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.